Put that rod down right now. That's what she screamed at me from across the dock, like I was out here brandishing a shotgun, not a fishing rod, just teaching my kid how to bait a hook at sunrise. That's how it all started. 1 second, I'm showing Noah, my 12-year-old, how to cast for bluegill the way my dad showed me. The next, the HOA president, Gloria Hale herself, is barreling down the lakeside in a golf cart, like she's leading a SWAT raid. Blonde hair still perfect, 2 minions in tow, phone's already out, live stream rolling for her little homeowner Justice League. Yeah, that really happened. She doesn't even get 2 sentences out before she's waving a citation in my face, her voice sharp enough to slice through the quiet morning. Are you Justin Bennett? You know it's against the rules to fish before 8 a.m., right? I'm standing there in gym shorts, coffee still hot, my kid clutching his tackle box and looking at me like, Dad, are we in trouble for fishing? I show her my state license, doesn't even look at it. This is about community standards, not your piece of paper. And then she starts writing, in this perfect looping cursive like she's fining me for arson. $600, $150 for the violation, $454 processing and investigation. I'm reading it twice, trying not to laugh or explode, and her little camera crew is eating it up for the group chat. You can't be serious, I say. You're calling the police over this? She's already dialing 911, voice full drama. Yes, I need to report a dangerous trespasser, armed with a fishing rod, threatening residents. You know what I mean? It's so over the top, I almost laugh. But then Noah starts shaking, fishing rod clattering on the dock, and it hits me. This isn't just about fishing, it's about power. Humiliation as public spectacle. That's the play. The cops show up, 2 squad cars for a Saturday morning at the lake. The older one has those eyes, you know, like he's seen every flavor of HOA drama in the suburbs. His rookie partner's hand hovers over his cuffs the second he spots us, just a dad and a kid. Gloria runs to them, breathless, waving her citation. Officers, these 2 are violating quiet hours, trespassing, refusing lawful authority. She points at us like we're bank robbers. The officers size us up. My heart's pounding, Noah's eyes full of tears, but the older cop takes a breath, glances at the paperwork. Let me get this straight. You're fishing, you have a valid state license, you started half an hour early. I nod, holding out my ID, praying he's not looking for a headline. He checks it, frowns at Gloria's citation, asks about community rules. Gloria launches into a speech about Section 12.4, laminated handbook out, and the neighbors still live streaming, comment section blowing up. Is this really worth the police? But Gloria's riding her power trip, she wants handcuffs. Arrest him now, she snaps. He's disrupting the community. The rookie is practically itching for action, but the older officer finally just sighs. Ma'am, we get more calls from this HOA than Domino's gets pizza orders. Most turn out to be nothing. And with that, the air shifts. The officers look at each other, look at us, look at Gloria. Like, is this for real? The rookie eases off, no cuffs. Gloria's fuming. Sir, the cop says to me, your license is good. This is a civil matter, not a criminal one. Settle it with your HOA. Gloria's mouth is open, eyes wide, and for a second, she looks like she can't believe she's lost. Noah tugs my sleeve. Are we okay, Dad? I squeeze his shoulder, tell him yes, but honestly, I'm shaking. This was supposed to be a Saturday. Now it's a viral spectacle. We pack up, walk home, neighbors peeking out from windows. That evening, while Rachel's putting Noah to bed, I'm still mad. That $600 fine, the cop's line about endless calls, it nags at me. So I start digging, property records, HOA budgets. Turns out, I'm pretty good at digging. My grandma left me a little inheritance not long ago, enough that I can afford to poke the bear, so to speak. And what do I find? Letters from Clearwater Lake Management. Overdue, red-stamped, $15,000 behind in payments, going back months. Certified letters, final warnings, the kind you don't ignore. But Gloria never mentioned any of this at meetings, just kept collecting dues. The contract says if they're 90 days behind, Clearwater can yank our access and rent out the lake to someone else. We're past that line. And she's still out here playing sheriff, threatening me over a fishing lesson. Rachel comes in, sees documents spread across the desk. You planning a coup? She asks, half joking. Maybe, I say, and show her what I've found. She's livid. She's hiding all this? You could use that, Justin. Not just for us, for everybody. That night, I call Mike, my lawyer friend. He warns me, paying someone else's debt is complicated, but with the right contract, I might be able to negotiate lake control. I barely sleep, turning over strategies in my head, reading every line of HOA bylaws and state code I can find. Next night, at the emergency HOA meeting, Gloria's gone full courtroom. Blown-up photos of me in fishing shorts projected on a screen, laser pointer darting around like she's presenting a murder case. She rants about community standards and how I'm a dangerous precedent. But Rachel starts asking questions. Why are only some families billed for lake maintenance? Why do families with kids get more fines? Older residents back her up, and the room starts to split. Even Mrs. Chun, who walks the lake every day, chimes in. Why is walking okay? But fishing is a crime. Gloria flounders, waving her pointer, her answers getting vaguer. That's when I stand up. Gloria, maybe check who actually pays for this lake before you threaten people. I don't say more, just let it hang. The tension is real, neighbors glancing at each other, wondering what else she's hiding. When the meeting ends, I get approached by George Miller, a retired neighbor. Been here 20 years, he says. Never seen this kind of mess. He hands me copies of bills and letters he's saved. Turns out he's been quietly tracking all kinds of HOA nonsense. I add it to my file. Next day, I drive to Clearwater, explain the situation. At first, they're skeptical, but when I mention inheritance and show I can actually pay, their mood shifts. Honestly, we're done with your HOA's excuses. Pay us off. We'll transfer lake management to you for 99 years. Full authority, no HOA involvement. I call Mike, draw up the contract, wire the money. 15 grand gone in one click. But now, I hold the keys. While I'm doing this, Gloria's out there posting fake prohibition orders, forging federal seals, demanding emergency fees from families she doesn't like. Rachel gets texts, neighbors showing her Gloria's official documents, which look like they were printed at Kinko's, with signatures that don't even match. Now she's crossing into federal crime territory. That night, Clearwater calls. Payments processed, contract signed. I own lake access for the next 99 years. I could reveal it now, blow up her whole scheme, but I decide to wait, let her dig deeper. Over the next week, Gloria escalates, has her supporters follow us, takes photos of Noah, encourages graffiti on his backpack, Lake Thief, scrawled across it in marker, confronts Rachel at the grocery store, all while collecting thousands in fake assessments from families with kids. Noah's having nightmares, Rachel's in tears, and I realize it's gone too far. So we contact federal authorities about the forged documents, district attorney about the embezzlement, gather witness statements from George, Mrs. Chun, even the neighbor who live-streamed the first confrontation. Then I arrange a showdown at the lake, invite key neighbors, bring my contract, wait for her to show up with her folder of fake orders. Gloria starts her usual performance, waving papers, accusing me of violating federal lake restrictions. But this time I stay calm. George steps forward with his file of fake invoices. Clearwater and a federal investigator show up mid-drama, flashing badges, examining Gloria's forged documents, photographing everything. They announce, flat out, that creating false federal documents and embezzling resident funds are criminal offenses. I pull out my contract, lay it on the table. As of last week, I have exclusive legal authority over this lake. You're banned. The look on Gloria's face, she tries to bluster, threatens lawsuits, but nobody's buying it. The crowd is recording everything. The federal investigator tells her, "Ma'am, you'll need to remain available for questioning." She storms off, powerless. 3 weeks later, we're in court. Gloria, once queen of the neighborhood, now sitting in an orange jumpsuit while the judge reads out the charges: document fraud, embezzlement, breach of fiduciary duty. My contract holds. The judge sentences her to pay back $25,000, 2 years probation, with more charges pending. The HOA is in shambles, trust gone. The vote to dissolve passes almost unanimously. Signs come down, replaced by a simple list of community values: respect, safety, actual maintenance. Clearwater offers to sell me the lake outright, below market value. Turns out, they'd rather deal with one honest owner than another HOA. I buy it for $45,000, less than the cost of some fishing boats. Yeah, They tried to squeeze me for $600. I bought the whole lake instead. Now I set the rules. Fishing allowed. No harassment. No HOA drama. Noah's hesitant at first, but eventually, we fish from our own dock, just the two of us, sunset reflecting on the water, Rachel laughing nearby. Neighbors who suffered under Gloria ask permission to use the lake. I say yes, as long as you treat it right. Even Mrs. Chun gets her refund, her faith in the world a little bit restored. George mediates the occasional dispute, and we learn that most problems get solved by talking, not threatening. And as I watch my son pull in his first base, I realize what started as a $600 fine ended up with me owning peace of mind, the lake, and a better neighborhood. The power-hungry lost everything, and the rest of us finally get a quiet morning. So let me ask you, what would you have done? Stand up and fight, or walk away? Drop your thoughts below. Ever tangled with a power-tripping HOA? Share your story. I read every comment. If you want more real stories with wild twists, hit subscribe, and let's keep the conversation going. Who knows? Next time, it could be your neighborhood on the line.